out the Hive Chapter 15. Mainly because Jiangxing is like him. There are also no awakened warriors. However, Jiangxing's family conditions are good, and he can directly inherit the family business after graduation. Will not live a life of hardship like ordinary people. Jiangxing opened his mouth and said, "What I told you last time, how did you think about it? Come to work in my company's company after graduation." Chen Feng said with a smile, "Thank you, let's talk about it after graduation." Hearing Chen Feng's call, Jiangxing sighed helplessly. He still knows a little about Chen Feng's character, that is, he doesn't want to owe favors to others. He has been friends with Chen Feng since his sophomore year. At that time, Jiangxing wanted to help Chen Feng many times. But they were all rejected by Chen Feng. Just then, an old professor walked into the classroom. He took out his textbook and began to speak. "Students, this year is your graduation season. Most of you have become quasi-martial artists. As long as you graduate, you can go to the Martial Arts Association for martial artist certification. From today, our curriculum will also change, that is, to tell everyone why they should practice martial arts." The old professor said very seriously. Everyone in the classroom also sat up straight and began to listen carefully. If it was in Chen Feng's university in his previous life, this kind of professor lecture is basically not listened to. But the world is different. Respect for the teacher is very important. 246 years after the cataclysm, the fog appeared, and a large number of alien beasts and monsters came out of the fog, and these alien races posed a great threat to our human race. And under this life and death crisis, our first warrior, Marshal Lu Pokong, was born. He single-handedly repelled the 3 alien beasts that invaded the city, and he was also the first strong man to become a martial saint in our human cataclysm era. The old professor began to give a passionate speech. Chen Feng listened to it below, and he didn't know how many times he had heard this kind of story. It is nothing more than promoting the so-called martial arts spirit. But Chen Feng didn't have the slightest interest in the so-called martial arts. It was not because he could not awaken to become a warrior. It is he himself who believes that the development of technology is the most important thing. It is your misfortune and your luck to be born in this time, and you all have a responsibility to save the world. At this time, a female student raised her hand and asked, "Teacher, why don't we develop science and technology and let technology and martial arts combine with each other? I read in history books that thousands of years ago, we humans had many powerful technological weapons." Quote. The old professor glanced at the female student, and then said solemnly, "Technology is nothing more than a stupid process of civilization, and this has been verified by history. Human beings before the era of catastrophe led to the destruction of the world because of the development of nuclear weapons. They simply could not control technology. And martial arts are different. Martial arts itself can be controlled, and martial arts practice is our best means against foreign races." The old professor was frustrated, and he seemed to be very disgusted with technology. Not only the old professors, most of the human beings in this world are not interested in technology. Mainly because of that nuclear war that thousands of years ago. As a result, there is little left of humanity's home. Many scholars speculate that the fog appeared because of nuclear war. Under this prejudice against technology, the world is not very technologically advanced. Chen Feng, you have always been interested in studying science and technology. What is the difference between technology and martial arts? The old professor suddenly said to Chen Feng below. This made the eyes of the people around look at Chen Feng. However, the eyes of the people around were not surprised. Because Chen Feng has always been a top student in the class, he basically got full marks for many theoretical courses. But the only pity is, Chen Feng could not awaken to become a warrior. After graduation, there will be no great prospects. Chen Feng didn't expect the old professor to actually name him. He stood up and thought for a while and said, "Warriors cultivate themselves, protecting their homeland through their own powerful strength to protect other weak humans. It's the same with technology." Hearing this, the old professor's eyes narrowed slightly, and he looked at Chen Feng and said, "What do you mean by empathy?" Chen Feng replied calmly, "Science and technology represents the process of human civilization. Although martial arts is very strong, cultivation to a very high level can not only prolong life, but also make people have the ability to reach the heavens and the earth. But I think the combination of technology and martial arts is the most important. The development of science and technology is for human beings to be able to explore the vast universe, and powerful scientific and technological weapons against foreign beasts are also effective. What happened thousands of years ago, the fault is not in scientific and technological weapons, but in the people who use them. No matter how strong the martial arts are, you can't go out of the planet, then you can't explore the vast and unknown universe, and the lifespan of a planet has a limit after all. And he will eventually die one day." Chen Feng's words made everyone stunned. Because the meaning in Chen Feng's words is completely to belittle martial arts and raise high technology. This kind of ideology completely goes against the 3 views of all people. The old professor's expression was already full of anger. "Chen Feng, where did you learn this crooked theory? Your so-called planet and universe, are these things useful to us? Now human civilization is suffering from alien races, and these are the things we need to solve. Quote, and martial arts are also developing. In the future, I believe that there will definitely be the birth of a strong person who shattered the void. Chen Feng smiled and didn't say anything more. Instead, he sat down. The thinking of this era has been completely solidified, and he said that no amount is useful. P.S. The chapter has been blocked for a few chapters, and it will be released tomorrow. Ask for some flowers and evaluation votes. Chapter 15. Rent the Mine. The renovation begins. According to the old professor's ideas, martial arts is what human beings need to develop the most. And martial arts developed to the extreme, you can also explore the universe. But this seemed too slow in Chen Feng's opinion. Thousands of years have passed since the post-cataclysmic era. For such a long time, the strongest martial arts of mankind still did not come out of the blue star. Technology is different. It only takes a few hundred years for technology to advance to the point of exploring the universe. But he doesn't argue anything. Because it doesn't make any sense. When the old professor saw Chen Feng sitting down, he just snorted coldly and did not care about Chen Feng. Originally, he liked Chen Feng very much. Although Chen Feng did not awaken the martial arts. But in other respects, Chen Feng has always been excellent. Now Chen Feng's concept. It made him feel that Chen Feng was completely helpless. After the lecture, Chen Feng got up and prepared to leave the school. At this time, Jiangxing came to Chen Feng's side and said, Brother Feng, you are really bullish, just now you actually dared to come with Old Man Zhang. Jiangxing extended a thumbs up to Chen Feng. Old Man Zhang is the old professor who just lectured, which is also the nickname Jiangxing gave to the other party. Chen Feng did not answer Jiangxing's words, but asked, do you know that there are abandoned mines in Shanghai City? Or maybe it's authentic or something. Now he was going to find a place to house the hive. Find Jiangxing and maybe ask something. First chapter. Previous chapter.